Should be a fun matchup. 7-10, it always seems to be like this seeding, and no matter what basketball tournament you're in, always seems to be the best game of the first round.
That is very true.
7-10 matchup is always a treat. And if I'm being honest, these two teams are some of my favorite teams to watch. I love watching all of basketball and all the tournament, but these two teams, they just have fun players, talented players. It's going to be a really competitive game.
And Lydia Cox throws her first possession for Valley out of bounds. Whitehorse now has a chance to take an early lead. And they'll throw it out of bounds. That time it'll be off the hands of Carrie Martin. So 2 quick turnovers in 10 seconds for both these squads.
Yeah, both teams kind of having the right idea on offense, just going a little too powerful on their initial passes.
And Lydia Cox will throw it cross court. They'll pass it around the perimeter. Now it's Rachel Cox. She'll take a jumper. It's no good. Rebound by Layla at City. And a fast break opportunity as Carrie Martin gets her first 2 of the game.
That's what Whitehorse does really well. They run the court extremely well. They excel in the fast break situations.
Valley now trying to respond. They'll pass it down low. Layup is up, no good that time by Kimber Reeve, but it looks like she'll go to the free throw line for 2. And the first free throw from the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line is up and no good for Kimber. Foul was on Harmony Thomas for Whitehorse. As Kimber will try her second, and it's good. So Valley now on the board with 1. Whitehorse tries to push in transition. They'll turn the ball over. Here comes Valley to respond.
Good job by Valley. They're recognizing they're trying to create more of a fast break opportunity and shutting it down before it could even really get started.
Bryce Canyon City three-pointer no good that time by Rachel Cox. But Valley will keep it. Andy Anderson goes up for the layup. It's no good, but now she's going to the free throw line for 2.
Good job there by Lydia to stop. Whitehorse grabs the offensive rebound. They look to push, and Lydia just sticks around, uses her hands to swipe for the steal.
2 quick fouls now on Harmony Thomas as the first free throw is up and no good. And Harmony will check out as her teammate, the junior Kayla Mitchell, will come in. Second free throw is up and good. So Andy Anderson's on the board, and it's tied at 2 apiece. Here comes Whitehorse. A little bit of a full court pressure here by Valley. Double teamed is Shunba Begay, and instead it'll be a foul that'll be called on Andy Anderson. That's her first.
Now it was a good idea coming up for the trap on Whitehorse, but just a little too undisciplined, flying a little too hard on the trap.
Yeah, we talked about that a few games ago where it's nice to have an aggressive scheme, but it can be easy for a player to become an aggressive player when said scheme is called.
Yeah, and you have to strike that fine line between being aggressive but also being disciplined.
And here comes Valley in transition as Rachel tries to get it down low. Lydia's got it. They'll pass it out around the perimeter. Maddie will give it off to Rachel. Back over to Andy Anderson, no good from 3. And the rebound goes back to Valley. And the 2-point shot is up and good for Maddie Cox.
Yeah, great job by Cox there, getting into the paint, grabbing that offensive board and going up strong for an easy 2.
Whitehorse continues to turn the ball over, haven't found any rhythm on offense, but Valley pushes it too far in transition. It'll go back to the Raiders.
In comes Heidi Clark, and although she comes off the bench, she's a huge piece to this Whitehorse team. We mentioned her at the beginning. She averages double figures, and she's been around the program for a while, so she's been a mainstay for the Raiders. They look to her for a difference off the bench.
Maddie Cox intercepts the pass from Heidi. Valley, another cross-court pass, too high, no good, and it will be off of Rachel. It'll go back to Whitehorse, so it seems as if the Raiders are a little bit frazzled right now as they're trying to just set up some resemblance of a half-court offense.
Yeah, Valley did an excellent job keeping them in that full court pressure.
Whitehorse not able to do anything. Here comes Valley. Valley down low. Layup is up and good by Andy Anderson. It's her second and third points of the quarter. Great assist that time from Rachel Cox.
Yeah, excellent court vision from Cox on that pass.
Down in the quarters, Carrie Martin. Only score right now for Whitehorse. It's going to be off of Rachel. It'll stay here with the Raiders. So, guys, what can Whitehorse do to find some semblance of a rhythm in their half-court scheme right now?
They're going to have to slow down a little bit, especially coming out into these full-court situations. Valley applying an excellent press. But if they have time to kind of slow down and set up an offense, I think they'll be able to start clawing their way back into this game.
And a beautiful pass in transition offense. Layup is no good that time by Andy Anderson, but there will be a foul called. It's going to go against Carrie Martin. That'll be her first.
Good job by Rachel. She gets the loose ball, picks it up, and immediately looks the other way for her teammates and delivers it on target to Anderson. And we've seen Whitehorse on the other side. They've got sped up a couple of times on when they get a rebound. They just turn, and they've got some strips. It's led to a couple of easy points for Valley. So you see the difference in turning, getting it in control, making a decision versus just turning and going as soon as you get it.
Rachel Cox is trying to make her best NFL quarterback impersonation. She's been throwing some long passes already here in the first quarter as Andy Anderson gets her fourth point to go down.
Yeah, Valley right now shooting 50% from the free throw line. If I'm Whitehorse, I don't necessarily want to send them to the line, but if I have any other option, I'm going to send them there and risk them just going 1 of 2 or even 0 for 2.
Whitehorse will take a full timeout. We'll take it with them. This is State Championship Basketball brought to you by Harward and Rees Construction on KSLSports.com.
There's nothing better than a Subway Series footlong, except when you add a new footlong sidekick, like the boss with a new footlong cookie. This might be my favorite sidekick ever. What?
Every epic footlong deserves a perfect sidekick.
Welcome back to State Championship Basketball here at Richfield High School. That was our Zions Bank timeout. For banking that helps you power forward, Zions Bank is for you. Whitehorse, Joni Dixon wanted to take a timeout. A really rough first half of this first quarter for her girls as they trail 7-2, but force a turnover there from Valley. Maybe that might spark the girls to get something going on the offensive side.
And it was a good move by Kimber Reeve. They're trying to split the two defenders, but an excellent job by Whitehorse forcing that jump ball instead of allowing her to get to the rim.
Raiders now trying to move. Floater shot up and no good that time by Benally. And ball flings around. It'll stay with Valley on their side of the court.
Yeah, Valley in those full court pass situations seems to be getting they're getting a little careless, throwing it without any regard for who might be in the lane there.
Lydia throws it down. Whitehorse was there, but it's going to be off of them. It'll stay here with Valley on their own baseline. Whitehorse crowd getting into it now. Rachel looks to inbound. She does. Finds Reeve, who throws it back to Rachel for a Bryce Canyon City three, no good. Whitehorse tries to save it. They save it right to Rachel Cox. Floater is up, no good around the rim. Ball is up and off of Valley, go back to Whitehorse. So a good defensive possession that time as they hold Rachel Cox scoreless on 2 attempts at the bucket.
Martin got Whitehorse started, got him a 2-0 lead. Since it's been a 7-0 run for Valley and nearly 4 minutes of scoreless basketball until Heidi Clark breaks that streak.
Don't you just love the broadcaster jinx? You talk about droughts and then Heidi Clark comes in and vanquishes it.
You're welcome, Whitehorse. I'm sorry, Valley.
And the ball is flying around as Whitehorse forces a turnover. It's Heidi Clark. Here she is in transition. Throws the shot up, no good, but she's going to go to the free throw line for 2, as now that's the second foul on Andy Anderson. So we've got Harmony Thomas, who went to the bench for Whitehorse with 2 fouls. Andy Anderson has 2, but that one might be more critical as she's the leading scorer right now for Valley.
Yeah, if you can take Anderson out of the game right now, that gives Whitehorse a distinct advantage on both ends of the floor.
And Clark is able to make her first free throw from the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line. Make sure to find Legacy Ace Hardware at 159 North Main in Panguitch.
We've seen in a couple of games today where one team jumps out to a lead, and it seems like they're in control for most of the game, but they're not able to quite extend the lead. And then just like that, in a couple of possessions, you get back-to-back scores. All of a sudden, it's a one-point game, and you're right there. So the defense has kept Whitehorse within striking distance.
Valley passes around. Every teammate touched the ball, but then Emma Cox turns it over. Ball still fighting for it. Valley gets it back. Layup up and no good, but Maddie Cox will go to the free throw line for two. Whitehorse fans don't like the call from the ref, but now Maddie will go to try and get her second and third points. It's Lamaya Benally's first foul on the game. So Whitehorse only down one with 3 minutes, 19 seconds to go in the first quarter. It seems while Valley has been in control, it seems as like Aiden, like you were talking about, they're not in control of their passing, which may have been cause for concern as Whitehorse has trimmed this deficit to only one.
Yeah, quick turnovers and just poor free throw shooting has kind of stalled what could have been a very big Valley lead.
Well, Lydia Cox, she'll have an opportunity for Valley as they got the rebound. Let's see if they can convert and maybe improve that free throw efficiency.
Valley will be in the bonus going forward for the final 3 minutes and change, and that's the second foul on Benally.
So 2 quick fouls on Lamaya as, once again, Valley not able to convert. Lydia misses her first. Carrie Martin will come out of the game while her senior teammate Cadence Lansing will check in.
I think Martin stays in. It was Benally who checked out.
Excuse me, thanks for correcting me. That does make more sense if you think about it.
Yeah, if you're Coach Cox for Valley right now, you got to be a little upset about your team's free throw shooting as they bank one in there.
And Lydia's able to get one free throw to go down. Here comes Heidi Clark. She leads the team with 4. Interesting pass down low to Lansing. It's stolen away. Here comes Cox. She loses it. Great pressure that time from Shunba Begay, and Whitehorse will retain a possession on their side of the court. Clark looking to inbound to Begay, who will hand it back to Heidi. Begay cuts to the right side. She'll dish it out. Carrie Martin, 4-3, no good. But rebound will go to Kayla Mitchell. Ball's tipped, bounced around, and Emma Cox will control. She hands it off to Rachel. Lots of different players in the Cox family here for Valley, as Emma and Rachel are the sisters, Lydia and Maddie are the cousins, as Lydia's no good on her shot attempt. Here comes Heidi Clark in transition, a 2v2 as she finds Martin down low. She'll back it back out, throw it down, back over. Begay, floater up, no good. Lansing gets a rebound. She throws it up off the high backboard and in, and we have ourselves a tie game. Rachel Cox, deep 3, back iron, no good. Whitehorse can't control the rebound. Valley throws it up, layup no good by Emma, but it'll stay here with the Buffaloes. So Valley seemed to start off really in control the tempo, in control. They had some really nifty passes, but now, as we've been mentioning, they've been getting a little bit out of hand. We have ourselves a tie ball game.
Yeah, getting a little too chaotic on these turnovers, swinging the ball without really regard of where it's going or who's going to get it.
Here comes Rachel. A back and forth affair for her in the first quarter. Lydia, high pass down low, back out. Oh, beautiful passing by Valley, but it's stolen by Whitehorse, who reads it. And it looks like we're going to have a foul against Valley. That's going to go against Emma Cox. That'll be her first.
Now Valley has gone on over 4 minutes without making a field goal. So we've seen both teams, have a stretch of 4+ minutes where they haven't been able to find the bottom of the net on a field goal. Valley's hit a couple free throws, but The defense has been top-notch in this game.
Heidi Clark hits a Bryce Canyon City three-pointer. She now has 7 points here in the first quarter alone.
Now, intentional or not, that pass by Dakota Cly, little bounce pass over the head, was just an excellent way to get her girl open.
Kimber Reeve, on the other hand, gets her second and third points to go down low in the paint. 11-10, Whitehorse leads.
Start to see the offense pick up. It's always adds a little bit of excitement and adrenaline to the game.
You have to have the nerves kind of get away, and then you get into your flow. Heidi Clark, she'll take a deep two, gets it to go. She's on fire right now as she has 9 of the 13 team points for Whitehorse.
Yeah, excellent vision there by Clark as she finds the open lane to the short corner and gets the very nice shot to drop.
Lydia, she'll take a deep jumper, no good. Heidi tries to get the rebound, and a foul looks like it's going to be called against Rachel.
You gotta love it. Rachel's veteran presence. She reminds me a little bit of Chris Paul with the way that she kind of goes about her game. Trying to work the refs. Not that just the way that she communicates.
No, yeah,
with the
yeah.
refs,
The communication with the refs, trying to consult.
Them. She's been around the game for a while. Just one of those hard-nosed, smart players.
Yeah, we know that none of these players have a relationship with the refs like Chris Paul per se, but yes, that communication is definitely something to look out for. I feel like on the other hand, though, Whitehorse always seems in the game, emotionless. They play their game their way, and they don't seem too excited or too nervous if things go or don't go their way.
You got good, calm nerves, and we see that with Heidi Clark. I mean, she steps in off the bench and immediately just starts lighting the nets on fire. They're just cool, calm, and collected.
Valley tries to corral it, but they give it right back to Begay, who misses the layup. Kimber Reeve in transition finds a wide-open Lydia Cox going up to the right side of the basket. No good! And the rebound and layup is put back by Andy Anderson, who comes back in the game with 2 fouls.
A great heads-up play there by Andy Anderson going for the rebound.
Half court attempt, no good by Heidi Clark, and that will take us to our first quarter break. Whitehorse leads 13-12. This is State Championship Basketball brought to you by Bryce Canyon Car Show and Canyon to Canyon Family Bike Ride on 1aball.com.
Are you tired of winter and ready to ride? We invite you to the Bryce Canyon Mule Days. Join us in Tropic, Utah the first week in May for guided mule rides, vendors, food, and fun, featuring arena events including ranch sorting. Then Friday night, a live concert featuring Bran Hill. And the premier Chrome in the Canyon Mule Sale on Saturday. Learn more at BryceCanyonMuleDays.com, and we will see you there.
No matter where life leads you as a Valley Buffalo, always remember that all roads lead home to the town of Orderville. Wishing the Buffaloes success in the tournaments.
You like car shows? Well, let's supersize it as trucks from all over come for you to enjoy at the Panguitch City Truck Show. It's a family fun event on the 4th of July weekend. Friday night is the light show on Panguitch Main Street from 8 to 10:30 p.m. Saturday, the show will be at the Panguitch City Park from 10 to 4. Truck registration is $75. We support all truck drivers that make our communities better, so why not show off their trucks? We wish all teams success.
Welcome back to State Championship Basketball here at Richfield High School. Nate Thatcher alongside Tyler Gibb and Aiden Mortensen. Whitehorse leads 13-12 after a mini comeback led by Heidi Clark as Terry Martin hits it out of bounds, but he'll stay here with Valley.
Do you guys think we should gear up for Fab Rats in a minute?
I think you should. I think we should.
Yeah.
Tyler, lead us away with a little Fab Rats trivia.
We'll let the second quarter settle in for just a second.
Oh, okay, yeah.
We just got to get the fans
Let the
ready.
audience know it's coming. I understand. Lydia's got the ball. Whitehorse going into a little bit of a zone here. They kick it back out. Rachel, she'll try and hit a Bryce Canyon City three. It's no good. Lansing will dish it out to Heidi. They're going to move in transition. Clark, deep pass down low, disrupted by Rachel Cox, but it'll stay here with the Raiders.
Yeah, the passing for Valley has been a lot more consistent this quarter, like a lot less panicked, it seems.
And we've got a foul against Valley. That'll be Rachel's second foul here of the first half. So maybe some players to watch that could potentially be in foul trouble as we move into the second half. Here comes Whitehorse out to Martin. Martin on the left wing. She'll pass it back to Clark on the opposite side. Clark, she's going to dish it down low. Loses the ball. They're going to fight for it. And I believe right here they're going to call a jump ball. It'll stay here with the Raiders. All right, Tyler, lead us away with some Fab Rats trivia.
Yeah, we can't keep them waiting any longer. Fab Rats is an entertaining, family-friendly YouTube channel. Email your answer to the following question at uhsslive@gmail.com to win a free Fab Rats t-shirt. The question is, what motor is in all the sand rails? So the email on your screen, uhsslive@gmail.com. Send in your answer to what motor is in all the sand rails for your chance to win a free Fab Rats t-shirt.
Tyler does love those Fab Rats tees. Andy Anderson for three. It's off the right iron, no good. Valley gets their own rebound. Back out to Rachel Cox. She'll step back. Throws it over. Emma Cox throws it over to Lydia Cox. Corner three is up, no good. Kimber Reeve tries to get the rebound. She's fighting for it. And it looks like we're going to have another jump ball. It'll stay here with Valley. So we've got some new subs coming in here for Whitehorse as Dakota Cly will check in, as well as Shayla Miller. This Whitehorse crowd is loud. I'll give them that much. They're making their presence known as Kimber just seemed to be hitting the face right there on the baseline, and it looks like they are going to call a foul against the Raiders.
Yeah, I would say that the Raider faithful has been around the loudest, if not the loudest that we've heard so far in the tournament. So good.
You always love a good crowd in postseason play.
Yeah, I was in the gym when the boys were playing. They bring the same energy to every game they're in.
Kimber Reeves' first free throw is up and good. And that'll tie the game here at 13. On for second from the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line. It's up and good as well. So 5 points now for Kimber Reeve as Whitehorse moves it in transition. Clyde's going to move it. Dakota can't get it to go. She's blocked. Valley steals it. But then Maddie Cox is triple teamed in the corner, but she's going to be fouled as well. So now 3 early fouls on Whitehorse.
Yeah, good job there. Rachel Cox kind of coaching her up on the baseline, telling her when she's in that situation, she needs to get her elbows out and start pivoting, clear some space out.
And that's one thing you'll notice about this Valley team is they're always communicating. They're very vocal with each other.
Andy Anderson's three is no good, but guess who's there? Kimber Reeve, her 4th point of the game. Of the quarter. She's up to 7 on the first half. Quick little 4-0 run right now by the Buffaloes. Whitehorse scrambling for the ball. Clark is look to be chop blocked over there on the opposite wing, but it'll stay here with Whitehorse.
Yeah, it looked like 4th and inches for a second there.
Yeah. Let's line up the offensive line. Let's get a little push here. Some more subs coming in as Lydia will check in, and it looks like we're going to take a timeout. This is 1A State Championship Basketball brought to you by Garfield Memorial Hospital, TeamHive.live, and KTTA 8.1.
Blake and Jolene Harris with Red Hollow Trucking want to wish all the athletes good luck in the postseason. Let's go, Buffaloes.
Imagine a cool winter sunrise with the sound of skates gliding across smooth ice, adding to the soundtrack of winter in Bryce. With the unveiling of the Bryce Canyon Ice Ribbon. The Ice Ribbon offers a meandering path with music echoing through the pines. Ruby's Inn provides crowd-pleasing activities that include ice skating, snowshoeing, and cross-country skiing, with equipment rentals on site. Book now at rubysin.com.
Welcome back to State Championship Basketball here at Richfield High School. That was one of our Zions Bank timeouts for banking design to help you score more. Zions Bank is for you. So Whitehorse now trails by 3 as Valley's on a little bit of a 4-0 run right now. Tyler, what's the key for them to get back into that lead?
Yeah, it's been 6-0 going back to the end of the first quarter. And, Heidi Clark was a big reason why they were able to jump out into the lead. you just got to see, try to get Heidi Clark going around some screens, get her involved, some shots up, and then as the defense attracts over to Heidi, that'll set up the other teammates.
Whitehorse retains it.
I think the only shot Heidi's attempted since that last mid-range jumper was a half-court heave at the end of the first quarter.
Yeah, nothing here in the second. Let's see if Whitehorse can try and give it back to her. She's searching for that ball right now as Miller tries to cut it down low.
Shot clock was never rolling.
Interesting. See, I never pay attention to that in the moment until maybe it comes down to like a final shot or something. But we talked about it earlier this morning when we said the shot clock is crucial to the game. It's made it better. But it seems like there's maybe 1 or 2 malfunctions a game where they just can't get it going or something.
Yeah, I believe this is year 2 of the shot clock in the UHSAA, so still relatively new. But they're definitely picking it up more than they had last year around tournament time.
Oh.
Interesting. A little bit of a dribble there. And Whitehorse is going to redo that inbounds pass. I thought I just saw something new invented in basketball. It almost blew my mind. But I, in fact, did not. So here comes Whitehorse to try again.
I think she never got a hold of possession from the ref. That's why they gave it to her again.
Here comes Rachel Cox in transition as she gets the steal, the layup, and the blocking foul. Good move there. She tries to help up what appears to be Heidi Clark, who's down on the baseline. Gets up a little slowly. She's just going to shake it off. Rachel Cox now, she's going to go to the line, try and get her first points of the game, believe it or not.
Yeah, her going this scoreless this late into the first half is kind of shocking, like you said.
Both teams are close to the bonus now as Rachel gets her first to go from the free throw line.
Now, Valley has been a much better free throw shooting team so far in the second quarter as compared to roughly 40% in the first.
Harmony Thomas and Lamaya Benally will check in as Clark comes out. Rachel Cox for her second from the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line. A little bit of a backspin off the back iron. Gets it to go. She's got 2 now in the game.
Shooter's touch.
You're exactly right, Tyler. And here comes Whitehorse as Begay picks up her dribble on the right wing, tosses it back out. Down low is Thomas. She's triple team. Begay, she'll take a three-pointer. Bank almost goes in, but comes off front iron. Rachel Cox in transition. She's double team, picks up her dribble. Finds her teammate. Maddie's going to dish it back out. Rachel for 3, no good. Kimber Reeve tries to pull in the rebound, but Whitehorse will control. They're going to go. Rachel's going to steal a half-court heave, and Maddie's going to go up and get an easy 2. And that's her first bucket here of the second quarter. So a lot of passing back and forth. They just are trying to go a little bit too far each time, and it's causing some turnovers.
Yeah, they need to take a step back, take a deep breath, and slow down the offense a little bit. As much as they love that fast break offense, it's not working for them right now.
And the Bryce Canyon City three-pointer from Lamaya Benally tickles the twine. What a shot.
That's a big 3. It stops a 10-0 Valley run. They had been scoreless over the last 4 minutes.
Foul will be called. It's going to be on the ground, and it looks like it's going to be going up against Harmony Thomas. That's her third. So Harmony's definitely in some foul trouble.
Yeah, just a little extracurricular activity underneath the basket. Getting a little too physical down low in the post, trying to get out and around the Valley center.
So Carrie Martin and Layla at City will come back in. Rachel's looking to inbound. Finds Carrie. She's going to use her shoulder to get a wide open layup on the left side of the bucket. And Kimber Reeve now has 6 points here in the second quarter.
Yeah, way to use her shoulder to kind of clear some space and her pivot foot, getting a more open look at the basket and being able to convert with ease.
And here comes Whitehorse as the floater by Lamaya Benally, who just made a 3, is no good. Lydia will pass over to Emma. Emma's going to go cross court to Lydia. Dribbles back with the right foot. Cross court over to Andy Anderson. Give it back to Rachel. Almost a logo 3. She thought about it. Instead, she's going to slash to the bucket. Wide open layup from the left side, and it's good.
Just an excellent take there from Rachel Cox.
So Valley now leads by 8, their largest lead of the game. Here comes Begay, weaving through the defense. throw up a floater. It's no good. As Rachel tried to corral in the ball, it'll be off of her. And it'll stay here with Whitehorse. So Whitehorse will keep possession here. Kara Chi checked in for Whitehorse as well before this possession.
And both of these teams right now playing very physical brands of defense. There's bodies on the floor all over the place. It's like going back in time and watching a 90s Knicks game.
Hey, I'm not complaining about that. I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
Little 90s basketball didn't hurt anybody.
Oh, yeah, except for the players.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. We won't talk about that, though. We'll just talk about the entertainment perspective. And Shunba Begay now at the line. And her first free throw from the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line is up and good. Believe it or not, that's Shunba's first points of the game as well. So we've got some typical scores we usually see score early that are just now getting their first points late in the second quarter.
Yeah, Valley's been doing a good job of holding those more prolific scorers, keeping them away from the basket and not letting them really have an opportunity to score.
Shunba goes 1 for 2 from the free throw line. Kimber Reeve down low. Oh, what a pretty move. Pump faked, pivot with her left, goes up, and Valley will have 2 free throws. That'll be shot by Kimber Reeve.
Reeve juked out the whole gym on that move.
That might be one of the best moves we've seen all day in this gym.
That was spectacular.
It wasn't just the fact that she pivoted one way and went back. It was how smooth and how effective the fake was. She sold it really well and then on a dime switched back and went the other way.
Well, it's hard because she pivoted looking out towards the perimeter and then kind of spun back towards the basket. Great job that time by Kimber. She goes 1 for 2 from the free throw line. She now has 4 from the charity stripe. Here's Martin. She's going to pass it around. Benally looking down low to Chi. She's going to throw it down there. It's a double team, and it's stolen away. Emma Cox now in transition. Begay's going to meet her up by there. Picks up her dribble. Looking for a teammate. She finds Kimber. Kimber's now going to slash and dash. Finds Andy. Anderson throws it back over. Maddie. And a deep 2 is up and no good that time by Emma. Rebounds her up. Kimber's trying to find it. Spinning around, and it's going to be a travel violation. Go back to Whitehorse. So still an 8-point advantage for the Buffaloes. Whitehorse just trying to find anything because they've only had 4 points here in the second quarter. Heidi Clark remains to be seen here for the remainder of this second quarter after a hot first start in the first quarter. Floater up and no good that time by Benally. As Valley's trying to push it in transition. There's Emma. Cross court to Lydia. Down low to Kimber. Ball is tipped around on the floor. They're going to call a foul, and I believe they're going to call it against Kimber Reeve.
I think it's going to go against Emma Cox.
Oh, you're right. I think it is against Emma.
And, you know, we saw earlier it's a similar feel to what was going on in the first quarter when Valley jumped out to a 7-2 lead. Whitehorse just couldn't seem to find a flow on offense. And then just like that, you know, they kept themselves close enough that a quick flurry and Whitehorse jumped back out to a 3-point lead. So it's still right there around that position where you get scores on back-to-back possessions and you're right in this game. It's just a matter of if they can find the offensive flow.
Interesting note right now, both teams now in the bonus with over 2 minutes left in the quarter as Et City's not able to get the first one to go. So that may be something to watch. We've been talking about some potential foul trouble. Well, now you're talking about a lot of free throws that might be coming in here in the next 120 seconds. Layla gets her second free throw to go, but also her first points of the game.
Oh, and they whistle her for a lane violation.
Oh, never mind. We're going to scratch that off. So they can't buy a bucket even from the charity stripe right now as Valley looks to control even further. Cross-court pass from Anderson.
I don't think they keep track of it, but if they did, I'm about 99% sure Valley would lead the state in the length of their average pass. Valley uses the cross-court pass more than any team I've ever seen.
They got to put them on the football team right now. They can throw some balls out there.
They move the defense back and forth. And just pay attention to how many long passes.
And Kimber Reeve continues her dominance here as she matches the quarter high for a player in this game with 9 points here in the second period.
And she ignored those chants of defense from the Whitehorse fans and just went to the hoop strong.
Double-digit lead now for the Buffaloes as Heidi Clark checks back in for Whitehorse. Moving on the left side, and it's going to be off of her body. She's slow to get up as Kimber Reeve was playing some high-pressure defense up there on the left wing.
Yeah, and she did an excellent job of not playing defense with her hands, but instead keeping along with her feet and forcing her for the into a turnover.
Once again, a long pass from Valley, who goes again over to the other side. Three-pointer up and no good that time by Maddie Cox. This is unbelievable how many long passes we've seen. Kimber Reeve down low in a team of Raiders. She gets her own rebound. Spinning, wheeling, dealing, and missing. And it'll go over to the Raiders. My goodness, this is an offense that is pretty entertaining to watch.
It is. You got those cross-court passes. You got hustling for offensive boards, and when they get them in the paint, they're going up strong.
How does Valley do in softball?
I think we can assume that Valley softball team is probably pretty good. As Martin finds her teammate down low, Kayla Mitchell, she'll get her first two of the quarter and cuts to an 8-point deficit. Lydia Cox moving around. Another cross-court pass. Andy Anderson, deep two, barely catches iron. Teammate gets a rebound. Jane Jennings gets it. Andy tries to throw up another shot. It's no good. And Anderson will get a reach-in foul as she was trying to get the ball from Kayla Mitchell. And that is Andy Anderson's third personal foul.
Now, from up here, it definitely looked like it was more of a jump ball, but the refs do have a different, closer angle on the floor.
Yeah, and we've seen that all day. There's a lot of jump balls in this league, and it can really be anywhere from, hey, I've got a second on the ball, or to it has to be, 3 or 4 seconds. Mm-hmm. They just call it as they see it. And Kayla Mitchell now at the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line. Doesn't get anything to go off the back iron. Free throws are coming at a premium today here in this league. It just seems as if you get one to go, hey, you're a pretty good shooter.
Yeah, just neither team really able to make anything from anywhere right now.
Tyler, we might need you to go in at halftime and take the lid off of these baskets when they go to the free throw line. It just seems like someone's doing something.
I can do that.
Maybe some of that Merlin magic from one of our Fab Rats answers.
Although I will say, I could be wrong on this, but I don't think Valley has a softball team.
Well, they should make one because these girls know how to throw. If anything, let them join the football squad. We got a few Tom Brady's out there, if I do say so myself.
I think there's just a few 1A schools that jump up and play 2A for softball.
Well, if any of the listeners need to correct us or if they want to help us campaign for a Valley softball team, feel free to, as Andy Anderson's three is no good. Once again, though, retained possession. Emma Cox, cross-court pass to, unfortunately, nobody on the other side of the court. And now to go back to Whitehorse. 7.2, though. That's a lot of time to set up a shot.
Yeah, this is one of the first times I've seen those cross-court passes sailing to no one in a while.
Heidi Clark wheeling, dealing, and she'll go to the free throw line for two for potentially her first 2 free throws here and her first 2 points of the second quarter.
But what was just a 10-point game, and you see a quick 4 points if Clark can convert. You got to make your free throws. But and you could be looking at just a 6-point deficit, which is really manageable going into halftime.
Yeah, 2 possessions could be critical here. But unfortunately, Tyler jinxed her on that free throw attempt. I'm not going to blame myself on that one. As Heidi now here for her second free throw attempt. Going through her usual routine, spinning the ball. It's up and through the net. And Heidi now up on the board here in the second quarter. And the shot is up and almost went into the track court above the fence. If there's any team that can make a half-court shot, it's probably this Valley Buffaloes team. But that'll take us to halftime. It's Valley leading 27-20 against the Whitehorse Raiders. We'll be back on the other side with your SUU halftime report. This is State Championship Basketball brought to you by Legacy Ace Hardware on 1aball.com.
At State Bank of Southern Utah, we're not just your bank, we're your partners in financial success. With personalized service and a commitment to your goals, we're here for you every step of the way. State Bank of Southern Utah, where relationships matter.
Coleman and Sage Sorensen are excited to assist you with any of your butchering needs. They are locally owned and operated in Orderville, Utah. They are a custom-exempt shop specializing in farm animals and wild game. Check them out on Facebook or Instagram. Spring Hollow Trucking. We haul cattle and our buffaloes all over. We want to wish the Valley Buffaloes good luck in the postseason. Go get 'em, Buffaloes.
This is the moment.
Welcome, everybody, to the SUU Halftime Report. Nate Thatcher alongside Tyler Gibb and Aiton Mortensen. Guys, we saw a fantastic first half that was back and forth in that first quarter, but Valley seemed to control in the second. What was the key to them kind of gaining that early lead there in that second period of the first half?
I think definitely ball movement. First quarter we saw a lot of kind of careless turnovers from this Valley team, but second quarter they were finally kind of finding their rhythm on offense, especially in the passing game, like we were talking about, being able to throw these cross-court softball passes, and once they were able to kind of find those, the offense really opened up for them.
Tyler, we saw Heidi Clark go off in the first quarter for 9 points, only had one in the second quarter. What can Whitehorse do that maybe includes her, maybe talking about her teammates, where they can get back in this game and potentially take a lead here in the second half?
Yeah, I did notice that Heidi may have gotten a little banged up on a few plays. She took some hard falls in the second quarter, and she sat out for a lengthy period of time before coming back in at the end. But, after halftime, I'm sure she'll come out. She's a fighter. And they've just got to look for opportunities to attack and get Heidi and also Shunba Begay to attack as well. She's very talented. She averages 9 a game, but we didn't call her name a whole lot in that first half.
Yeah, Heidi Clark leads the way with 10, but there's only two other players. The next leading scorers are Carrie Martin and Lamaya Benally, who both have 3 points, so a lot of scoring parity for Whitehorse. This has been your SUU halftime report, but before we go to break, what is your – I want to ask one more question. Going into the next round, okay, do you need to focus? It's hard to focus on this game when you're like, hey, I need to win this to go to the next one. So what's your focus? Hey, we got to win this game before we go on to the next. What's that like?
I think it's hard to kind of put that out of your mind, but it definitely comes down to the mental fortitude of these players. If they're able to kind of put all the outside noise around them away and focus solely on the game. And I feel like Whitehorse does a very good job of that. They play very emotionless brand of basketball. It's like watching a team full of Kawhi Leonards down there, just no one really showing any emotion at all.
We love the Claude. We love this game that we've got going on right now. This now has been officially your SUU halftime report, ready to soar with SUU Check them out at suu.edu.
This is the moment. You're here. Where you belong, you belong, you belong.
White Mountain Trading Post is your one-stop shop for all your travel needs. Centrally located between Zion, Bryce, and the Grand Canyon, and on your way to Lake Powell. Serving travelers for over 60 years, we offer clean restrooms, snacks, a gas station, a gift shop, and a Subway. Wishing all teams success in the postseason.
Windy Mesa Studios in Panguitch is your local source for personalized and custom printed products. From wholesale items for your gift shop to custom framed or gallery wrapped canvas pictures, we have you covered. Contact us at 435-618-0014.
Whether your group is 2 or 16, Zion's Family Homes has you covered. With 8 homes to choose from, we have the home for you. If you are coming to Orderville for a team event, let us provide housing for the whole team and save you some money. Zion's Family Homes, Betty and Jeremy Chamberlain.
At State Bank of Southern Utah, we're not just your bank, we're your partners in financial success. With personalized service and a commitment to your goals, we're here for you every step of the way. State Bank of Southern Utah, where relationships matter.
Ruby's Inn General Store has the area's widest selection of Indian arts and crafts, curios, and groceries. Located 1 mile from the entrance to Bryce Canyon National Park, Ruby's General Store has what you need. Bear Diesel Repair is located in Orderville, Utah. Need that oil changed or that engine tuned up? Give Tyler a call for all of your service and repair needs. Wishing the Buffaloes the best in the postseason.
Garcane Propane proudly sponsors Region 20 basketball. We are here to meet your propane needs. Call us 800-747-5403.
Blackburn Propane is a family-owned company. We've been in business for 31 years. Full-service propane company servicing all of central and southern Utah and parts of Nevada and Arizona. We don't just service one, we service all. Brown Brothers Construction offers a wide variety of construction and excavation services. We offer standard and decorative colored concrete to South Central Utah and Northern Arizona. We are excited to announce our concrete pumping service to Kane County, Utah and Coconino County, Arizona. We look forward to our next pour with you. Brown Brothers' success is a direct result of our dedicated and talented employees. If you're looking for a fun and fulfilling employment opportunity, join our team today. Everyone at Brown Brothers Construction wishes all athletes the best of luck in the postseason.
Bryce Canyon City is your destination for adventure. Cruise the miles of scenic trails on e-bikes, ATVs, horses, mountain bikes, or on foot. Let us take your breath away with a stunning array of winter activities, the rodeo, shopping for memorable souvenirs, world-class stargazing, and of course, the majestic Bryce Canyon National Park. Make Bryce Canyon City your next stop for an unforgettable adventure. All the amenities the city can provide. Visit brycecanyoncityut.gov.
The Bryce Canyon Half Marathon course takes you through the iconic red rock that is abundant throughout Bryce Canyon country. Also enjoy the 5K or Color Me Fun run. Register today at brycecanyonhalfmarathon.com. Race is scheduled for the second Saturday in July.
Hey, this is Dr. Rob Barrick, the smile artist located here in Cedar City. If you've ever wanted a new smile, but something's been holding you back, I'd love to spend a minute with you and just answer your questions. If you go to my website, you can set up a free 15-minute video phone call with me where we can just talk about it. The next step is also free. You'd come in and we'd actually design your smile together right there in the chair, print it out, and have you snap it in and give it a test run before doing the actual veneers. To check out my smile portfolio, visit drrobdental.com.
Fab Rats is an entertaining YouTube channel based in beautiful southern Utah. Paul, Michelle, and the crew showcase major and minor fabrication builds, off-road adventures, family fun, and much more. Check them out on YouTube and subscribe today. Are you looking for ways to protect your agricultural-related investments from lack of precipitation and market downturns? We are the Ag Experts. Our team specializes in PRF insurance, LRP insurance, and ranch insurance. Give Chad a call today to learn how you can protect your calf check from the market downturns and your livestock range from drought. Don't get caught at the bottom of the cycles. Choose the experts. Choose us, your agriculture insurance specialists. Call Chad Lyman with Tyler Jeffson Associates at 435-633-5981.
Hey Mom, I'm going to Sydney.
Hello? What about the fridge?
Welcome back to state championship basketball here at Richfield High School. Nate Thatcher alongside Tyler Gibb and Aiden Mortensen. Whitehorse looking to close a deficit they found themselves in, down 7 going into halftime. And on their opening possession, it looks like we're going to get a jump ball that will go to the Valley Buffalo. So not the start you want probably if you're Whitehorse.
You know, both teams kind of play in that steel shovel kind of defense where the other team walks into you and you just kind of hit them down. And we've seen a lot of bodies on the floor throughout the course of this game.
A little bit of a full court press from Whitehorse is successful, but a travel will be called as Cadence Lansing had a good look for a layup, just picked up her foot right there. So good defensive work, but just not able to convert and turn it into points.
Yeah, 2 steps forward, 1 step back for Whitehorse. Able to get that great stop, but just not able to convert on it. Like you said, falling victim to a travel.
Raiders are going to keep up with that full court. Rachel's going to try and break. She'll toss it back to Lydia. Whitehorse calling desperately for a travel right there. Heidi goes to steal it. Anderson will keep it in bounds. She'll pick up her foot. Another cross-court pass. Maddie's got it. High pressure from Clark. Clark's moving around. Ball gets tipped. Back to Anderson in the corner. She gets trapped baseline. Ball is stolen. Kayla Mitchell grabs it. She's going to bring it up the court.
Couple of different players for Whitehorse starting the second half that didn't start the game.
And
Heidi Clark and Kayla Mitchell both starting the second half, but came off the bench in the first.
Yeah, lots of good passing there by Whitehorse, but once again not able to convert into a bucket. So Valley will take over once again. This press seems to be working and throwing Valley off just a little bit here in this opening minute. Lydia, left wing, cross court. Rachel, 4-3, back iron, no good. She'll go to her own rebound. Throw it back to Kimber Reeve, who slips past. Can't make the layup on the other side. Harmony Thomas almost throws it away. Begay's got it. She'll find Benally for the transition 2.
Well, according to the scoreboard, we got a 2-0 ball game now. little scoreboard error down low.
We'll see if they can fix it. As Clark off back iron, no good. Harmony tries to get a rebound, and she's going to be fouled by Kimber Reeve. I believe that's Kimber's first of the game. The fact that Reeve has been so physical, and yet that's only her first foul, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, that's a testament to the discipline of Reeve.
So now they're going to try and fix this scoreboard as it still reads 2-0 for Whitehorse.
It should be 27-22, right? For Valley.
I believe so. 27-22 should be our score.
They're taking that. The score is 0-0 after the half. A little too literally right now.
Refs might have some money in this one. They needed to change the tides. No, we won't blame them on that. We love these guys.
They bet the under.
6:20 now left here in the second quarter. Still waiting on a little bit of a shot clock fix here. All right, so imagine you're a player right now. Imagine if you're on Whitehorse, right? You kind of got some momentum with you right now, but then you have something like this happen. What are you thinking?
I think they're thinking that they want to get credit for their 2 points that they just scored. We had some lights turn on for us up top. So maybe our light power is taking over the power from the scoreboard. We got a little Super Bowl, 2012 action?
Yeah. And it looks like they're going to take a timeout while they fix this, and we'll take it with them. We'll be right back. This is State Championship Basketball brought to you by SC Broadband on oneaball.com.
Glendale Town wants to wish the Valley Buffalo success. If you're passing through on your way to Bryce Canyon or Zion, stop in and enjoy the Glendale Apple Festival. Welcome home to Glendale.
Welcome back after a short commercial break to State Championship Basketball. Scoreboard is fixed. 27-22. Tyler, you were right. Your math was correct. And believably so. I was about to say unbelievably, but I believe you every time you say something.
Well, I appreciate that.
Clark inbounds to Begay. She's going to kick it back out. Benally sets up the offense from the logo. Harmony Thomas down low, and a great score by Kayla Mitchell. And they're closing this deficit. It's a one-possession game.
It's a 7-0 run dating back to the end of the first half for Whitehorse. We've seen some runs play a big part in this game. Both teams going back and forth.
Valley will keep possession off of the out-of-bounds play. Rachel's looking to inbound. Still looking. Fires deep to Anderson, who catches it near the logo. Back to Rachel Cox. She thought about a deep three. She's going to drive left side. Whitehorse players go down. She's going to go up for two. She's going to get fouled. They're going to call it on Begay. I believe it'll be a shooting foul. So Rachel Cox will go to the line. She's made two so far today, but hasn't had a lot of success from the free throw line.
Now Whitehorse right now doing an excellent job kind of shutting down those cross-court passes we've been seeing a lot from Valley.
Rachel Cox able to get her first points for Valley in the second half. It's also her third free throw make of the game. This Legacy Airs Hardware free throw line's got something against these players today. It seems like as Rachel's finding her groove, she seems to be the only one today.
Yeah, it's been hard to get a bucket from there.
And now we get some pressure from Valley as Benally has a wide open three off back iron, no good. And now Emma Cox in transition. She falls down, and they're going to call a travel. Whitehorse fans are loving it. 29-24 Valley leads, but Whitehorse looking to close.
Whitehorse fans are some of the most passionate fans I've had the pleasure of seeing. They are loud, and they will let you know if they disagree with the call.
Let's see if the Raiders can close this deficit once again. Clark is receiving high pressure up top from Maddie. Throws it. Begay pump fakes a three, goes down low, and they're going to call a charge.
And look at how excited.
Emma Cox is fired up about that.
And see, we talk about the difference. We talked about at halftime, Whitehorse kind of more of the Kawhi Leonard type, calm, doesn't get too high-low mentality. And Valley is kind of the opposite, and not that either one is better or any than the other. It's just the two different styles of the way that these two teams are built.
Here comes Valley trying to beat that pressure. Kimber Reeve throws it up. Maddie Cox for Bryce Canyon City 3, no good. And we got a foul, and it's going to go against Valley. So, once again, there's a lot of fouls right now. This may be interesting when we get to the end of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, that is the fourth on Anderson.
So, Andy Anderson now with 4. That could be crucial as we go here into the second half. She stays in the game. Carrie Martin checks in for Begay after she picked up her third on the last possession. As she picks up her dribble, hands it back out to Clark. Clark needs to get going if Whitehorse wants to get back in this one. Benally down low. Harmony Thomas under Kimber Reeve. It's not able to go. Reeve will take it in transition. She'll go. She'll keep going. She'll go to the basket all the way and score. No one could stop Kimber Reeve as she's up to 14 points now in today's contest.
Kimber Reeve legacy game today. She has been dominant all over the floor today.
Rachel Cox trying to steal a pass, but it'll stay here with the Raiders. So back up to a 7-point lead for the Buffaloes as now Andy Anderson will check out with those 4 fouls as Lydia Cox comes back in.
Yeah, definitely going to want to pull her at least until a little into the fourth quarter as one of the more prolific scorers on the team. You're going to want her in these late game situations.
Let's see if Whitehorse can take advantage of the missing Anderson, and they do. Start it right there. Kayla Mitchell hits the shot, and that'll cut the deficit to just 4 for a Bryce Canyon City three-pointer. A steal by Whitehorse. Transition, no good. Martin gets it back. Can they score again? Martin dancing, weaving, jumper, back iron, no good. Harvey Thomas rebound. They get a third look. Back out for 3 is Benally. She passes off to Clark. Clark's going to weave, throws it up, and gets the bucket to go. Contact was made, but the bucket goes down. Stolen by Harmony Thomas. The momentum is shifting. Chills are in the building. And Rachel Cox holds the momentum for just a moment. Timeout by Valley. They can feel it. The tide is turning against them. We'll take the timeout with them. This is state championship basketball brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services. Chad Lyman on KTTA 8.1.
Love cheese? We do too. Come join our team with a generous benefit package and starting wages over $18 an hour. Are you ready to be an employee owner? Great Lakes Cheese and Fillmore is ready for you. Grow with the largest natural cheese packer in the nation. Full-time positions available for every shift. Apply online at GreatLakesCheese.com. Again, that's GreatLakesCheese.com. Wishing all athletes good luck in the tournament and eat more cheese.
Welcome back to state championship basketball. Tyler, have we got a Fab Rats trivia answer yet?
We have not. So,
all right, let's give a little hint for our listeners.
The question is, what motor is in all the sand rails? Email the answer to uhsslive@gmail.com. It may start with a V, we could say.
A V, okay. A German brand of cars, maybe?
from V. So email the answer to uhsslive@gmail.com.
The ball is flying across the court as Clark finds Martin cross court. She'll go down low, and a blocking foul will be called against Rachel Cox. My goodness, the energy in this building right now is palpable.
You can feel a shift, and with the Whitehorse crowd, that bodes well for them. Their fans have helped them get the energy back into it, and you can see how it overlaps onto the court. A hard foul from Rachel Cox. It was just a hard drive, and Rachel got ball up top, but some body down below.
Rachel Cox now has her 4th foul of the game. So now 2 critical pieces to this Valley team are in some serious foul trouble, and we're just over the halfway point here in the third quarter.
Yeah, Whitehorse on the quest trying to win their first girls basketball state championship. Valley, on the other hand, looking to win their first since '98.
Martin can't convert either of her attempts from the free throw line. Rachel stayed in the game. Tries to halt in transition. She'll kick it back out. Emma tries to toss down low. Harmony Thomas says, get that out of here, but it'll stay here with the Buffaloes. The effort, I think, is also just very different from all of the Whitehorse girls. It just seemed as if Heidi was the only one trying to get things done on the offensive side, but they just seem really into it. It seems this crowd is kind of getting them into this one.
And credit Coach Dixon, too, for mixing up the lineup coming out of halftime, and then that fired up some of those subs once they checked back in.
Stolen by Benally. They're in transition. She's going to take it to the rack, and it's good! Tie game, Whitehorse!
Just a spectacular play there by Benally.
What a comeback by the Raiders. Can Kimber Reeves save the Buffaloes? We'll halt that question for a moment as they'll inbound on the baseline.
14-4 run for Whitehorse to come back into this. They trailed by 10, 27-17, and have clawed their way back.
Yeah, there is no quit in this Whitehorse team. They're playing this whole game, whether they're up or down, with just this insane intensity.
There goes Kimber Reeve once again, and a foul will be called against Whitehorse. They're going to say it's on the ground, though. Jane Jennings, by the way, checks in for the Buffaloes. So now you've got a little bit of size. Jane, obviously coming off the bench, doesn't have a ton of experience in terms of scoring, but Kimber's really trying to power her Buffaloes, try and get that lead back.
And they're missing, Janny Hoyt last year was really that mainstay that was the leading scorer for the Buffaloes and was so consistent. So now you come into the tournament this year without Hoyt to lead the way, and you look for Kimber Reeve and Cox to step up.
Kimber Reeve takes a deep three, hits left side of the iron, no good. Now Whitehorse has a chance, believe it or not, to take the lead. Cross-court pass, almost stolen by Kimber. Benally saves it. Down low to Mitchell. Mitchell's going to drive. Foul is going to be on the ground, but that's going to be the 4th team foul now for the Buffaloes.
A dangerous situation now for Valley if they let Whitehorse enter into that bonus. As inconsistent as the free throws have been this game, you're just giving them more and more chances to score and kind of pull this game away after being down big early or late in the second quarter.
So the foul will be called against, I believe, Lindsey Franklin. And now that's another foul. And I believe that's going to go against number 10, Tess Roundy.
Yeah, Tess Roundy, only a sophomore, and that inexperience on the court just showing a little bit there as she just had her hand in the wrong position there as she went up for the shot.
First free throw is up and good for Harmony Thomas. Her first points of the game. Whitehorse with a 1-point advantage.
It's their first lead since, to begin the second quarter, they led by 1 after the first quarter, but ever since it's been all Valley.
2-point advantage now for the Raiders. Still some pressure. Out of bounds on Valley. Whitehorse retains. It seems as if Valley is completely frazzled. They have no idea what to do, and Whitehorse says, you know what, we'll take advantage of it.
Yeah, and that's where the difference in demeanor comes in. Whitehorse, even down big, they still remained calm and kept their game, but Valley is such an emotional team. That is both a benefit and a detriment. We're kind of seeing the detrimental side of this now.
Martin for threes, no good. Here comes Kimber Reeve. Ball is loose. On the ground, jump ball. It's going to come back to Whitehorse. Everything is swaying in the Raiders' way.
In Valley's final game of the Region 20 tournament, they were playing Wayne, and they were down 25-11 at halftime and completely flipped the script in the second half and won that by around like 9 or 10. And here we're seeing a little bit of the opposite. Valley held the double-digit lead late in the first half, and it's just flipped. So this is a Valley team that is used to being on the other side of these comebacks. They're calm and have that energy, but now it's been the opposite.
Ball is stolen both ways. It's back with Whitehorse now. Here comes Clark trying to extend that lead. Martin, pump fake. She'll take a three. No good. Rebound. Harmony Thomas fights for it, but Maddie Cox comes down with it. And it's going to be out of bounds on her. It just seems as if everything is going Whitehorse's way right now. Valley can't catch a break.
They really can't. Every other play, it seems like Whitehorse is coming up with a steal, a big shot. Just nothing really going their way.
Timeout will be taken by Valley. Will take it with them. This is State Championship Basketball brought to you by Lamb Excavating on TeamHive.live.
JB Clough Livestock would like to wish the Valley Buffaloes the best of luck during the region and state tournaments. Go Buffaloes!
Imagine the next episode features you. Venturing through cinematic landscapes and delving into binge-worthy exploration. Here, you can let imagination go.
Welcome back to state championship basketball as Kara Chi scores for Whitehorse. Valley turns it over again. Raiders up by 4.
Yeah, Jane Jennings turning the ball over there. Only a freshman. And it feels like the Whitehorse crowd has really been a big part of this momentum shift. They are loud, and they kind of rattle everyone in the gym.
By the way, coming out of a Zions Bank timeout, for big-time baking with a home team feel, Zions Bank is for you. And you know, one thing to note about Valley, they've been in a lot of close games this season, so they know how to play when it matters most. As Kimber Reeves steals, she's got a good open lane to the basket, but it looks like Harmony Thomas came in last second and took it away from a transition opportunity. So I feel like we're in for a really exciting fourth quarter.
Oh, absolutely. Both these teams are going to leave it all on the court. Both just playing a spectacular game so far.
Our broadcast magician, Tyler Gibb, what's your prediction for this fourth quarter? What do you think is going to happen?
Oh, what a play by Rachel Cox.
Off the back. That's something you rarely see, but it's going to be. Oh, did she just blow a kiss?
She just blew a kiss.
Wow.
To Harmony Thomas.
The emotions are high right now. This is insane. Chi can't control. Maddie's coming, taking it up the right side of the court. Moving in transition. Down low is Kimber Reeves. She'll cut right hand and make the basket. It's a 2-point game.
Yeah, Kimber Reeves finally finding her stroke again here in the second half after what was an incredible first.
Shot clock turned off as Chi goes up for 2 and gets it to go down. 4 for Chi in the third. And Valley can't control the pass. It goes back to the Raiders. Shot clock turned off, 14.8 left. The Raiders can extend this even further. It's a 2-possession game.
They're on an extended 22-6 run. Have really flipped the script entirely.
Ball goes through Chi's legs. Valley has some time. Here comes Rachel Cox. She's moving. Goes to the right side. Cuts back left. She'll take a 3 at the buzzer. It's good! It's good! We are in for a finish tonight, and we'll see you on the other side. This is State Championship Basketball brought to you by Chicken Lights and Chrome Truck Show in Panguitch on 1aball.com.
Imagine the next episode features you. Venturing through cinematic landscapes.
Rachel, dude.
Delving into
I thought she blew it to the ref. Did she blow it to Harmony?
Here,
holy
you
cow.
Can let imagination go.
Welcome back to State Championship Basketball in what should be an exciting finish here at Richfield High School. Nate Thatcher alongside Tyler Gibb and Aiden Mortensen. Whitehorse leads 37-36. Rachel Cox takes another 3. It's good! She's on fire!
Rachel Cox is putting on a show right now.
Back-to-back threes, and Valley takes the lead. Heidi Clark gets her floater in and out, no good. Carrie Chi tries to get it up. Second look is good.
She never giving up on the shot. She's following it left and right, and she's able to come up big right when Whitehorse needed it.
Tie game now as Rachel Cox is on fire. Foul will be called against Heidi Clark now as they move in transition.
Real quick before we get back to the action, Fab Rats winner Jerry Glover.
Oh yeah,
won.
Jerry.
The answer was Volkswagen to our Fab Rats question. So, Jerry, pick up your Fab Rats t-shirt at the SVC.
Tyler loves those Fab Rats t-shirts. I can't mention that too many times. Here comes Rachel Cox, passes it out. Anderson back in the game. She'll take a 3. Off the front iron, no good. She tries to get a rebound. Instead, it goes back to Rachel Cox. Kimber tries to get a shot. It's taken away. Whitehorse controls.
Whitehorse is triple and even quadruple teaming Rachel Cox. And I don't blame him. She has been deadly to start this fourth.
The emotion in this game, I think, is unlike anything we've ever seen today, maybe even quite possibly last year.
It's been extremely passionate, and when you have Rachel Cox and this Valley team involved, that's what's going to happen.
Maddie Cox with a steal in transition, one-on-one with Heidi. She'll stop, she'll pivot, she'll move, spin move, no good. Kimber Reeve gets the rebound. She'll move, and now we'll get a foul called. Looks like it's going to go against Kayla Mitchell.
Reeve a little slow to get up.
She's put everything on the line in tonight's game. Great first half. Only had 4 here in the second half after she had 12 in the first. But she's just doing everything she can to will this Buffaloes team to victory.
Well, and Reeve and Rachel Cox are the only 2 Buffaloes to score in the second half. Reeve has 4, and Rachel Cox has 8.
And here comes Andy Anderson back to Rachel Cox. Pump fakes a 3. Dish down low to Kimber. And Kimber wanted a little bit of a foul call, but it's going to go to Whitehorse instead with a tie ball game.
Yeah, right idea there by Rachel Cox trying to get it down low into the paint, but just a little too much mustard on that pass.
Here comes Begay, weaving, going to the right side. She'll stop. Rachel tries to pickpocket. Instead, it's going to be a double dribble. So turnover for Whitehorse, back to Valley. So we saw a ton of momentum go the Raiders' way to get them into a lead, but Valley just came right back within a few possessions to take it right back.
And that's an incredible response. Not a lot of teams would be able to do that. It takes a lot of leadership, and you point out Rachel Cox, how hot she's been shooting from the floor, but during a couple of those timeouts when Valley was really struggling and turning the ball over, when the team would come back to the bench, it was Rachel who was out there at half court greeting every one of her teammates, keeping the spirits up. So that's just the type of leader that you need in a game when you are struggling.
Lamaya Benally and Harmony Thomas check back in as the three-pointer no good from Rachel. 2-on-1 opportunity here for Whitehorse. Heidi Clark wide open on the left side. No good, too strong. Rebound by Benally's up and good. Lamaya Benally comes right into the game and scores a bucket. Whitehorse leads 41-39.
Benally obviously hitting the weight room. That was a strong, strong move she just pulled.
Whitehorse already in some foul trouble. That's 14 fouls, and we still have 6 minutes to go here in the fourth.
Yeah, and if you're Whitehorse, this is not the situation you want to be in foul-wise. Putting Valley in a near bonus situation with 6 minutes left to go. That's going to give them so many opportunities, especially in a game that's been so physical like we've seen today. You got to really start trying to play discipline and hold off that 5th foul as long as you can.
So now 4 players for Whitehorse with 3 fouls. They have 14 fouls in the fourth. Kimber Reeve, right side, spinning. Passes it back out. Emma Cox will try and get it over to Lydia. Instead, she'll throw it to the bleachers. Goes back to the Raiders.
There's 2 Buffaloes over on that side, and it just went right in between the both of them. Not sure if she thought one of the players was going to cut to the wing or if it was just an errant pass.
What's crazy is they've thrown, and we've mentioned it multiple times, that cross-court pass so many times. The fact that they've had so few turnovers on those long passes is actually pretty astounding.
Yeah, and they're smart passes. It gets the defense to move and shift. It's not like they're just throwing long passes because.
Clark, she'll take it to the rack, and she'll get fouled. She'll shoot 2. We'll see who the foul is on right now. And it looks like it's going to be going against Kimber Reeve. That should be her 3rd as well. Actually, that's her 4th.
Now, Kimber Reeve there, it was a great block, but she made the mistake, instead of staying straight up like most refs want you to, she made the mistake of bending those arms down in a block motion. As much as we love to see those beautiful swat down blocks, most of the time if you do that and make any contact at all with the shooter, they're going to send them to the line and you're going to put yourself in foul trouble.
Absolutely. We've seen that in almost every game today where the players are not agreeing with the call, but it's because of that arm movement. Even though their lower body's squared up, that arm comes down.
So now Rachel Cox and Kimber Reeve, the 2 leaders of this team, and the only ones to score in the second half, both have 4 fouls.
Heidi Clark able to make 1 of 2 from the Legacy's Hardware free throw line as the Raiders now lead by 3 with just under 6 to go. Rachel's going to inbound. We've got a full court press here from the Raiders. It's what they did to come back into this game in the third quarter. Long court pass for Anderson is way too far, and it goes back to the Raiders. We talked about them being emotionless in terms of the Raiders, but you can see they got emotion now. Timeout by Valley. We'll take it with them. This is 1A State Championship basketball brought to you by the University of Utah, TeamHive.live, and KTTA 8.1.
There's nothing better than a Subway Series footlong. except when you add a new foot-long sidekick. Like the boss with a new foot-long cookie. This might be my favorite sidekick ever. What?
Every epic footlong deserves a perfect sidekick.
Are you tired of winter and ready to ride? We invite you to the Bryce Canyon Mule Days. Join us in Tropic, Utah the first week in May for guided mule rides, vendors, food, and fun, featuring arena events including ranch sorting. Then Friday night, a live concert featuring Bren Hill. And the premier Chrome in the Canyon Mule sale on Saturday. Learn more at BryceCanyonMuleDays.com, and we will see you there.
Welcome back to state championship basketball on 1aball.com. We're coming back from a Zions Bank timeout. For game-winning banking with a home team feel, Zions Bank is for you. And speaking of game-winning, this is coming down to a few final possessions here for the game-winning shot. Is it going to be Whitehorse or is it going to be Valley? We're about to find out. Here comes Whitehorse, stolen away. And that time it's Roundy who gets the steal. Throws it down court. Lydia, tossed to Rachel. Thought about a Steph Curry three. Instead, she'll pull back. Tries to get it down low in the paint. Instead, it's stolen by Carrie Martin. 5 minutes to go now. Whitehorse up three. Benally, left side, Logo. Out to Heidi Clark. Left wing three. She dishes, she drives, she's fouled. They're going to say it's on the ground, and it's going to go against Lydia Cox. That's only her second of the game.
At least they have Lydia, who can afford to pick up a few more fouls, because when you've got Kimber Reeve and Rachel Cox, who both can't afford another foul, or else they're out of the game, that's not a position you want to be in.
Kimber Reeve checks back in for Roundy. And she gets the inbound pass and gets her fourth point of the fourth quarter. They now lead it by 5.
7-0 run. Ever since Valley took back the lead, it's been 7 unanswered.
Valley's got to get something going here. Rachel, cross-court pass to Maddie. Maddie tries to find Lydia. Instead, she turns it over. Here comes Benally. Andy Anderson comes from behind, swipes it from her. Clark tries to pick it, but it'll stay with the Buffaloes. My goodness, it's back and forth affair right now.
Does Anderson have 4 fouls too?
Anderson does have 4
fouls. So you're looking at 3 of the girls on the floor for Valley have 4 fouls.
All main scorers. Here goes Reeve, weaving through the defense. She loses the ball. Clark will pick it up. Now Clark's going to move in transition. She'll slow for a second, go right side. Thought about a 3, pick up or dribble. She'll hand it out to Begay. Begay brings it back to Clark. Benally's wide open. She calls for it. Instead, Clark will throw it down to Chi. Chi on the left side. Keeps moving around. Out to Begay. Timeout by Whitehorse. We'll take it with him. This is state championship basketball brought to you by Ruby's Inn on 1aball.com.
No matter where life leads you as a Valley Buffalo, always remember that all roads lead home to the town of Orderville. Wishing the Buffaloes success in the tournaments.
You like car shows? Well, let's supersize it as trucks from all over come for you to enjoy at the Panguitch City Truck Show. It's a family fun event on the 4th of July weekend. Friday night is the light show on Panguitch Main Street from 8 to 10:30 p.m. Saturday, the show will be at the Panguitch City Park from 10 to 4. Truck registration is $75. We support all truck drivers that make our communities better, so why not show off their trucks? We wish all teams success.
This is state championship basketball at Richfield High School. We're coming out of a Zions Bank timeout. For banking that helps you stay in the game no matter where you are, Zions Bank is for you. Whitehorse with the ball. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Begay throws it down. Mitchell back to Begay. She loses it. Rachel Cox has it. Under 4 now. Buffaloes are going to need a score right now if they want to get back in this one. Lydia in the wing. Throws it across. Anderson. Back to Rachel Cox. It seems like it was tipped. Rachel has it. High pressure from Heidi Clark. Rachel will move it. Kick it back out to Anderson. She'll take a Kaylin Clark 3 off the front iron. No good. And it looks like it'll be going back to Whitehorse. So they're taking some threes. I think after Rachel made those 2 back-to-back, kind of inspired them, hey, maybe shoot that shot from the perimeter.
And as much as inspiration can do for someone, I think they kind of need to start working it more inside. They've had a lot of success there so far this game, but neither defense really willing to budge.
High pressure from Valley. Heidi Clark wide open for a Bryce Canyon City 3. It's no good. Valley with possession. Kimber Reeve pushing the floor. Throws it over to Lydia. She thought about a deep 3. She's going to keep moving. Kicks it back out. Maddie to Rachel. Rachel down low to Kimber. Kimber keeps pivoting with that left foot. Goes up, it came back down. And they're going to say jump ball, actually. So that'll be Whitehorse possession. Interesting. So we talked about that just a few minutes ago. The jump balls, I feel like, have been kind of varying in terms of how much time is spent actually contesting for it.
Yeah, and that time you can't really call a travel on Reed because both players kind of had it. So that one, even though it may be quick on how long the contact is because of the situation.
Good call.
But I mean, Valley, they scored in the first 10 seconds of the quarter on a Rachel Cox 3, and they haven't scored since. So a 5-minute scoring drought. And Kimber Reeve just picked up her 5th foul, so she's now out of the game.
That's huge.
Yeah, Whitehorse to the free throw line.
That is huge.
That's a big blow for Valley. One of the leading scorers this game and one of the biggest sparks on offense for the Buffaloes. Fouling out of the game. They're going to need someone to step up big time here if they want to come back and win this one.
So now both teams have 4 fouls. And right now, Dustin Cox thinking about what he's going to do. He's going to send in Maddie as Maddie gives a hug to Kimber. It's hard to see, especially when you have a good player like that can't play in these final minutes.
Again, Rachel and Kimber, the only 2 Buffaloes to score in the second half.
Yeah. So here comes Whitehorse. Can they extend it? 2-possession lead, just under 3 minutes to go. And Begay dribbles it out of bounds. Great defense that time by Rachel Cox. They're doing what they need to keep themselves in this on the defensive side of the ball. They just need to get a ball in the bucket. Here comes Maddie. Takes it right wing, picks up her dribble. Back out to Anderson. Anderson not dribbling. Cross court Lydia. Gets a screen from Emma. Rachel's got it. She'll bring it back out. 20 on the shot clock. Picks up her dribble. Down low, Emma. Mid-range jumper is up. Right side, no good. Harmony's got it. Stolen by Emma. Pass to Anderson. Layup, no good. Buffaloes control once again. Layup is up and good. Maddie Cox for 2.
Maddie Cox with a nice little hook shot there. That's exactly what Valley needed if they want to come back into this game.
3-point game. High pressure from the Buffaloes defense. Begay passes out. Martin for 3. No good off right iron. Put back, also no good. Maddie's got the rebound. Now she's pushing in transition. Tries to throw it ahead. Bodies hit the floor, no foul called. Whitehorse moving back, and now they'll call a foul against Anderson, and that's her 5th.
Yeah, the problem there, she was doing an excellent job trying to seal off that outside lane, but she did get a little too much body into that. She was trying to play good defense with her feet, but hips and body kind of just got in the way of that, and she draws her 5th foul there.
So that call could change the effect of this game, as now Whitehorse in the bonus with 1:48 to go, up 3. So now free throws become astronomically important if you want to close this one out.
And Whitehorse, to their credit, has done an excellent job over the last 5 minutes, staying away from that 5th foul and putting Valley in the bonus. If that was the case, we could have seen ourselves in a much different ballgame, but they've played very disciplined for most of the 4th quarter here.
So Heidi Clark at the line for 2. These are crucial right here. First one up, off the left iron, no good. Excuse me, that's Begay shooting. So Shunbaugh's going to take her second right here to make it a 2-possession game with under 2 minutes to go. Shot is up and good. She got it. Her first points of the second half. 4-point game. Rachel pressured. Throws it up to Emma. She's triple teamed. Cross court. Ball out of bounds. It goes off of Maddie Cox in the corner. Not what you want to see if you're a Buffaloes fan.
Now this 2-2-1 press that Whitehorse has been running has just been doing a spectacular job of limiting Valley's lanes to the hoop. And then if they do break the press, they've been doing an excellent job getting back into more of a half-court set defense.
Got another full court press by the Buffaloes now. Whitehorse able to take it across. Begay, cross court, Martin. Moves down low. Finds Harmony, who misses the wide open layup. It's going to be out of bounds on Thomas, and it's going to go back to the Buffaloes.
Talk about threading the needle on the pass and a missed opportunity for the Raiders. I thought that may have gone off of Valley. There was a lot of hands fighting for it, but either way, it's a 50-50 call.
Either way, oh my gosh, ball goes back to Whitehorse, then back to Valley, and now a foul. Oh no. And Lamaya Benally is down. She gets up. She was holding her knee for a second. Foul will be called against her, though. That'll be her third.
Talk about a swing of events right there. Whitehorse gets the steal on the inbounds, and then seconds later, Emma gets it back, and now we're walking 80 feet to the other side for free throws.
So Emma Cox with quite possibly the most important free throws of her life. Down 4, a minute 16 to go. Nerves maybe got to her right there. She lost the ball. She'll get it back. More time to think about it.
I don't know if I've seen that before.
Timeout Valley. We'll take it with them. This is State Championship Basketball, brought to you by the Larry H. Miller Utah Summer Games on 1aball.com.
Blake and Jolene Harris with Red Hollow Trucking want to wish all the athletes good luck in the postseason. Let's go, Buffaloes.
At State Bank of Southern Utah, we're not just your bank, we're your partners in financial success. With personalized service and a commitment to your goals, we're here for you every step of the way. State Bank of Southern Utah, where relationships matter.
This is State Championship Basketball here at Richfield High School. Nate Thatcher alongside Tyler Gabe and Aiden Mortensen coming out of a Zions Bank timeout. For banking that helps you stay in the game no matter where you are, Zions Bank is for you. Emma Cox with 2 important free throws as her Valley Buffaloes are down 4 with a minute 16 to go. Tyler, if you're in this situation, what's going through your mind right now?
Well, you've shot this shot so many times. You just got to remember, sitting on the driveway or the practice gym when it's quiet and calm, and just remember that routine and hope you can knock it down. Make it a one-possession game, and then if you're Valley, you just got to create pressure. Try to shorten the possessions for Whitehorse.
2 free throws aren't able to go, but somehow Rachel Cox gets the rebound. Her 3 in the corner, no good. Valley tries to save it, but instead it'll be out of bound on the Buffaloes. So a couple missed opportunities right there in one possession. They're going to have to play some stellar defense down the line here. Whitehorse looking to inbound. Mitchell finds Begay. Begay moves to the corner. Now it's single defense with Rachel Cox. Begay weaving past, going right to the bucket. Tipped. 2 teammates fall into each other. It was both of the Coxes that came together. And it's going to be a travel that'll go back to Whitehorse. Oh my goodness, this is wild.
And when you look back on this game, I think the biggest difference maker between these two teams has been converting on those free throw opportunities. A lot of miss from both sides, but Whitehorse able to kind of cash in when it mattered most.
Whitehorse looking to inbound. 57.7 left on the clock. She'll throw it deep. Begay's got it. She'll take it back to the logo. She's going to take time off that clock. Here comes the double team. But it leaves Harmony Thomas wide open for the layup for 2. Valley's got to get something going right now. Rachel Cox pressured, and a foul will be called against Whitehorse. That stops the clock and allows them to get 2 potential points back on the board.
Yeah, this is when free throw shooting is going to be paramount to your success. This is big time.
And that's something you just can't really do if you're Whitehorse. You want to cause pressure. You don't want to give up any easy baskets. But when they're beyond half court and there's only 40 seconds left and you're up by 6, you want to milk as much of that clock as you can and not give them an opportunity to score with the clock stop.
Once again, important opportunity from the free throw line for Valley, and it's good by Rachel Cox. She's been stellar from the line here in the second half. Heidi Clark will check back in for Harmony Thomas. So now you've got free throw shooters. I think that's why they took Harmony out. Now when they need to foul, you've got your girls that you know can go in and make that shot. Rachel for her second. It's up. No good. Rebound goes out to Mitchell. Martin's got it. passes out to Clark. Her team's telling her to slow it down. She kicks it back out. Benally for three, no good. That could have been a crucial decision right there. Here comes Maddie. She throws it away. Heidi Clark wide open for two. Got it. That could be the sealer.
Yeah, that's a heart-crushing move if you're a Valley fan right there. That turnover, making it a 7-point game.
And then Rachel Cox loses the ball, and it's going to be a foul called against her. And Emma's trying to go up to the ref and stop that, but it will be going against Rachel, which should be her 5th foul as well. So 3 different players, perhaps the most important players for Valley, fouled out of this game. They put their heart and soul into it.
And I think that speaks to the physicality of these games. And attack!
Oh, wow.
Attack against Rachel Cox.
Unbelievable. The emotion of this game.
On her way off the floor, she just was talking to the ref and said something, and you know, it's the passion, and that's what has made this game so fun and exciting. Has been the passion from both sides, and you know, these players care a lot about it. And you know, when you foul out in a late game like that in the state tournament, you know, it's always tough to see your chance at a championship run end. And you know, credit both teams for just bringing it tonight, the excitement and energy.
You know, big thing to remember here, if you're Rachel Cox, if you are to get a second technical foul here off the bench and are ejected, you can't play next game. You're required to sit out a game, and that could be big time for Valley.
Yeah. So let's see how this goes moving forward. Clearly an emotional contest tonight as Begay is at the line. First one up is good. Game is now quite possibly out of reach as Whitehorse leads by 8 with 11.9 to go. Her second free throw. No good. So Whitehorse leads by 8. They retain possession. Oh, excuse me. She's going to take 2 more because she was fouled.
Oh, yes.
Excuse me. This is Heidi. This is Heidi shooting. And Heidi for her third attempt is no good as well. So still in a comfortable lead, so these misses don't necessarily hurt you, but it also wouldn't hurt to make a few as well. So for her fourth and final free throw, good.
And after that Rachel Cox 3 to put Valley up by 2 to begin the fourth quarter, it's been a 14-3 run by Whitehorse. So a huge response after Rachel Cox hit back-to-back threes to end the third quarter and start the fourth.
And Heidi will be fouled again, this time by Lydia Clark with her third foul of the contest. 10.3, so not a lot of time left. It's heartbreaking for Valley, right? It's such an emotional game like you mentioned, Aiden. So now if you're Valley going into the next game, how do you recover from such an emotional game and try and win the next one?
You use it as motivation, honestly. You take this loss and you kind of use it to push yourself as you go into the consolation rounds.
And we've got another timeout. This one's going to be taken by Valley. We'll take.
Imagine a cool winter sunrise with the sound of skates gliding across smooth ice, adding to the soundtrack of winter in Bryce. With the unveiling of the Bryce Canyon Ice Ribbon. The ice ribbon offers a meandering path with music echoing.
This is state championship basketball at Richfield High School as Whitehorse looks to close against Valley in the final seconds. Clark, free throw, good. She has 6 now in the fourth. Long cross-court pass to Jennings, and she'll be fouled by Mitchell. Really, if you're Whitehorse, you kind of just want to stay back, let the clock run itself out, and get yourself the win.
You know, even if you give up an easy layup there, you still have a nice little 8-point cushion there, and they're going to foul you, so you just got to make sure the ball gets in the hand of your best free throw shooter.
This has been one of the longest final 12 seconds of a double-digit point game.
Tyler, you might not be wrong about that. Jane Jennings at the line, and she sinks the first one. Her first points of the game.
Yeah, if you're Whitehorse right now, I feel if you can win this game, you feel like you could win anything that gets thrown at you from here on out through the tournament.
Here might be the stat of the tournament. We've had 8 free throws attempted in the last 2 seconds.
Tyler loves his free throws. Whitehorse throws out of bounds, so Valley has another possession with 9 seconds, down 8. This might be them personally trying to attack you, Tyler. You're complaining about the time, and they'll say, all right, well, we'll test how long that patience can get you.
We had the foul from Rachel Cox, then the technical foul, so there's 4 free throws. 1 second after the inbound, an intentional foul, and then they throw it full court and foul within 1 second. I don't think I've ever seen that.
And inbound is no good, goes off the feet. Jane Jennings high off the backboard. It goes off. Whitehorse controls, and they're going to run out the clock with Heidi, and that will do it. Whitehorse wins 52-44 in the most emotional game of the day in the girls basketball tournament. On the other side, we will have the Rubies Inn post-game report and our Larry H. Miller Summer Games Player of the Game. This is State Championship Basketball brought to you by Bryce Canyon City on the TeamHive.live.